Good afternoon, everybody. I know we have a 4:45 start time, but I felt like everyone was seated and just ready to go, and so the people have spoken. So I said, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. So first off, welcome to our retirement celebration. Let's give a round of applause for our 35 retirees today. So today we get to celebrate our retirees and all that they've done for not only our community but for our kids. And getting to this moment is a very special feat, and so we're really happy that we get to honor you today. Um, for those of you who don't know, because I know there's many guests, my name is Ethan Udosnata. I'm superintendent. And before we get started, I want to just thank the people that helped put this afternoon together. First off, the wonderful strawberry shortcake. Yeah, let's hear it for the strawberry shortcake. That was put together by our interim director of communications, Alex Pulaski, and Lisa Burton. Lisa, where are you? She likes to hide behind the scenes. Also, associate communications director, um, and then who else? And then Jessica C, our CFO, was helping behind the scenes and scooping up ice cream. So thank you very much. And I know these two, when we said strawberry shortcake, I thought they just might go to Safeway and grab like the pre-made um, angel food cake and some Dairy Gold ice cream and call it good. They went and handpicked the flats of strawberries and personally hand cut them. They were here at 2 o'clock when I got here cutting them. So thank you so much for putting that together. Um, I I also want to thank Jade Woodford and Emma Gomez. They were very helpful in getting things set up as well and getting our award set up and just helping with whatever they could. So here they are right here. Thank you, Jade and Emma. And did I forget anybody? I have a tendency. And then we have some distinguished guests with us today. We have members of our school board. So let's start from the left and work our way to the right. Jill Zerschmied, welcome. Oops. Crystal, you're the far left. Crystal Weston. Kristen Miles, Dr. Kristen Miles. And Chair Tristan Irvin. Thank you so much for being here. So I'm going to pass it off to our board chair, who's going to say a couple of words, and then we're going to get going.
And I promise it will only be a couple of words. And I had to write them down because I've just given 5 graduation speeches, and I was going to just go right into whatever I was saying for graduation, which wouldn't make as much sense here today. So really just welcome to this celebration for all of you. And I kind of wrote down that this gathering really isn't just about years of service or job titles, but then I was like, let's be real. It actually is about years of service because now you get to retire. So that's really exciting. But it's also about people. It's about you. You showed up day after day for our kiddos. You found ways to care, to connect, and to teach, even on the hard and sometimes very hard days. You've helped shape what school feels like for generations of students, and that's no small thing. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I did have a note on here to thank all the folks that our superintendent already thanked, so I can check that off my list. And so with that, I think I'm handing it back to our superintendent for a few more words.
Thank you so much. So get a little bit of audience participation in this. So raise your hand if you have been in education, to our retirees, by the way. So people that still got a ways to go, they can sit this one out. So raise your hand. We know that sometimes, I'm going to interrupt myself, sometimes this is a second career, right? And some of us have started being in education from day one, right? So raise your hands if you've been in education for 15 years, if you're a retiree. Excellent. 15 or more. 15, yeah. You're going to keep your hand raised for this whole thing, I'm just telling you. All right, how about 20 years? Okay. How about 25 years? Okay. 30 years. Keep them up if you've been in 30 years. Okay. And now 35. Okay, that's where I stop. So 35, how long have you been in our district? And then how long have you been, and how long with TTSD?
I started in 1990 at Tigard High School and then moved over to Tualatin when it opened, and I've been there ever since. So 35 years.
Thank you so much. 1990, that's when the Blazers were still good. All right, who else 35 years? Bruce.
It's actually 38 now. Yeah, 38. And I started with Portland Public, and I soon got smart and left them and came here. And I was with Portland Public and Providence Child Center for about a year. So that was plenty. Yeah. And then I've been here ever since. Sure, thank you.
Thank you. 35-year club. Some people just start raising their hands. I want to talk. How many years?
36.
Excellent. And all in TTSD?
No, 10 here, and I'm a DSD.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Any others? Oh, Big D.
Well, it's a long story. Let me tell you where. So, no, 35 years, 28 years in TTSD.
That's awesome. All right. Anyone else I'm leaving out here? Okay. But so when I was thinking of doing this, of course, I wanted some participation, but I was thinking to myself, man, I got started in this work, for me, it's 22 years ago. And I remember when I first started, I thought, oh, goodness, how am I ever going to get to 30 years? Like 2033 is a long time from now, right? And then before you know it, it's like 10 years goes by, 20 years goes by, and the time flies. And I think that happens when you're working with kids because it's mission-driven, it's purpose-driven, and even though we have our good days and bad days, for the most part, we really love what we do. And so I just want to take a moment to say, whether you are working directly with students day in and day out inside a classroom, or whether you're working in facilities, payroll, maintenance, everything that you did had a direct impact on kids. And that's something meaningful, and that's what we really want to thank you for, is that you gave your life's work to the betterment of our future. So thank you for doing that. And also, how many of you are looking forward to not setting your alarm clock in the next few days? Yeah, I'm right there with you. So, all right. Well, hey, I don't want to spend too much more time. We're going to do some announcements. We're going to actually read your names. So I just want to say thank you for all the work that you've done, and congratulations. Making it to retirement is a really big deal, and you deserve to be celebrated. So thank you so much. Okay, Lisa. Of course, someone got her attention when I wanted her attention. So I'll kill some time. So what we're going to do is we're going to read your names, and we're going to honor you with the plaque. And at the end, if we have time and you want to say a few words, this is your time, this is your day. So it's an opportunity for you to say some things. And then also, we have some people that showed up and some that didn't. I think we have almost the right amount of plants. If for some reason you're a principal and you want to bring a plant to someone and they're not here, come and check with Lisa Burton first, okay? Okay, now without further ado, is there any other housekeeping that I missed, Lisa? Okay, so I'm just going to read the names of our retirees, and then you'll come up and you'll receive your plaque from one of our board members who are handing these out. By the way, they just did 4 graduation ceremonies, so they're really good at handing out awards to people now. Okay, so now for our first retiree, Bruce Alter. Thank you, Bruce. All right, Jamie Angelis. Is Jamie here today? Okay, Margie Baldwin. Is Margie here? I don't see Margie. Okay, I know this person's here. Big D, Darren Bernard. Catherine Binford. Robert Coelho. Is Robert here? Nope. Annette Cooley. Where did Annette go? I think some people thought retirement was yesterday. Some people are like, said, I'm done. All right. Okay, Marianne Darby. Okay, I'll keep going. Michelle Edward. William Irvin. Hey. Congratulations. You're so good, he made me lose my place. Where was I at? Okay, Donna. Donna Field. Congratulations, Donna. Jennifer Fitzpatrick. Vincent Fritzy. Okay. Gwen Glackland. Heidi Gorka. Hey, Heidi. Congratulations. You want to do a picture? You want your plaque first? Okay. Congratulations. All right. Pamela Harrell. Pam. Congratulations, Pam. Thank you. Yep. Robert Hawthorne. Marlene Hines. Congratulations, Marlene. Congratulations. All right. Kathy Holloman. Are you here today? Okay. Michelle Hull. Danielle Johnson. Congratulations. Lori Kosiemba. How'd I do, Lori? Was I close? Kosiemba. Thank you. Elizabeth Lassiter. Congratulations. Diane Liebrick. We're doing a picture?
Yeah. Here we go. Thank you.
Congratulations. Jen Madsen. Congratulations. Terry McIntosh. Congratulations. Angela Mullins. Congratulations. I feel like I'm going to backpedal into someone soon. Joseph Rupert. Did I miss? Patty Roberts. Did I miss Patty Roberts? Oh, Patty. I was like, who's Patty Roberts? It has been a pleasure. Did I already say Joseph Rupert? Okay, yes. All right. Jill Sims. Congratulations. Sarah Stevens. And Jody Twain. So again, thank you to all our. Oh, did I miss somebody? Did I miss a whole page? Okay. Give me a second. I'm sure it's in this papers right here. My apologies. All the names on the floor. I went through all the names on the floor.
Well, they're right there. They're at the end. That side?
Nope, nope.
Double side? Cut off. But they're right there. They're right there. They're right there.
Okay, I'll just. Hey, we can do some problem solving. I can read off of these. So, Paige Walker Otto. Paige. Actually missed a page. Have not heard that before. Hey, congratulations. Yes. Lynette Venheim. Congratulations. There you go. Yep. Oh, careful. And Janie Wolf. There you go, Janie. Sorry about that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Okay, officially, congratulations to our retirees. And we have some extra time, so I wanted to open up the mic for anyone who wanted to say a couple of words. We'll start with Bruce Alter.
Thank you. So, congratulations to everyone. I want you to know that I wrote a very lengthy speech, and then I asked ChatGPT to shorten it, and it offered me two different versions. So let's try version 1. All right. ChatGPT retirement speech version 1. Thank you very much. Maybe we should try version 2. Before I do some speechifying, I want to share a bit about my background as a student because it's been a big part of why I've done this work for the past 38 years. As a kid, I had meningitis and I was in a coma for 12 hours. Afterwards, my parents noticed that I couldn't do things like solve puzzles that I'd previously mastered. Later testing showed I had brain damage from the infection. When I first tried to learn to read, it was a major struggle. I had undiagnosed dyslexia. And I still remember the feeling of looking around a classroom and seeing my classmates zoom through their workbooks and write the answers to things while I was still struggling with the first page. My handwriting was so illegible that one of my teachers took money out of her own pocket and got me typing lessons because she thought I must have something to say, she just couldn't read it. In high school, I was diagnosed, now this is a great term, with minimal brain damage. That was the older term for ADHD. Thankfully, we don't call it that. I failed a year of high school. It took me 5 years to graduate with a D average. I continued to struggle in school. I got kicked out of 2 colleges and was expelled from the University of Oregon for academic reasons. But I stayed in Eugene. It was the 70s, early 80s, worked as a bike mechanic and danced in the Eugene Ballet Company. Yes, I used to be a ballet dancer many years and many carbohydrates ago. That's where I got injured and I went to a physical therapist, and it was the first time I had learned about that profession. And when I found out that PTs can work with kids, I signed up at Lane Community College and thought I'd try again. I eventually got back into the U of O on a probation, maybe double secret probation. I got tutoring and I scraped by. When I applied to PT school, I asked my grandfather for money to buy an Apple IIe computer with a dot matrix printer so they wouldn't see how bad my handwriting and spelling was. In the early 80s, when I applied at Washington University in St. Louis's program for physical therapy, I arranged to have a school tour hoping that somehow I could get some faculty members' attention, which might offset my previous poor grades. I basically wanted to talk my way in. And it looked like I was striking out until the very end when I mentioned to the student advisor I was with that I'd been building an expert system using Lisp to help diagnose low back pain. That immediately got me ushered into the program director's office because Dr. Rose was a specialist in low back pain. We had a very lively conversation. He handed me a stack of articles, and he said in his New Jersey accent, "Alter, we'll see you in the fall." So AI got me in PT school, and maybe even more importantly, got me a wife, because Carolyn and I were in the same program. They actually paid her to tutor me. It was kind of a hopeless effort. Neuroanatomy. She was at the top of the class, I was at the bottom. That early experience with learning disabilities and AI shaped everything. It gave me empathy for kids who struggle. It gave me tools to help them. And one day I woke up and I realized I was the person that I needed back when I was in school. So I started here when Dr. Hibbard was still alive, and the district office is where Mr. Hookahs is now. I was hired by Patria Hagen-Gilden and the memorably named director Barbara Bengal, which I thought was a joke. Tigard School District, Bengal. Yeah, right, sure. I'm sure that's really your name. Patria taught me to embrace conflict. And of course, no one can forget her mantra. We can probably all say it. Special education is a service, not a place. I worked with amazing leaders like Art Rutkin, who was a truly compassionate person. He was the principal of Phil Lewis when I started, which is now a lumber store. And I'm grateful, so grateful we named an elementary school after him, because he cared so much about the children that he worked with. Another amazing leader, and she's not here, so I can say whatever I want about her, is Carol. But I'm going to say nice things. I worked with her from her early days as a learning specialist all the way to her leading student services. And we built a culture where collaboration wasn't just possible, it was also fun. In fact, I made a video, Carolyn helped with it, on Medicaid administrative claiming, very scintillating, MAC. It was the Mac Prentice and featured Darren as a contestant who lost. Hopefully no one in the White House will ever see it because I played Donald Trump, complete with a flapping hairpiece. Well, I guess we're okay. No one's recording, right? In 2010, the same year the iPad was launched, I proposed that our district take over assistive technology from the ESD. We had a chance to use consumer tech to help students with reading, writing, and math. The district took a chance and it paid off. Our assistive technology program became known statewide. And I'll never forget borrowing one of the first iPads, which you got for the executives. And I used it with a student with Down syndrome in an early augmentative communication program. When I showed this to Susan, you said, I hadn't thought of using it this way, but in typical Susan fashion, soon we had many, many iPads that our students with disabilities were able to use. Because of the people in this district, like Susan, who are dedicated to helping our students, we sparked a change, and the results of which you can see play out today in many big ways. You told me you were shortening this, ChatGPT. All right. When generative AI emerged, I gave the district its first presentation in 2022, less than a month after ChatGPT became available. I talked about how powerful it could be, especially for students with disabilities. And with help from Susan and Casey, our librarian, we became one of Oregon's first districts to have board-approved AI policies, which happened this September, right? Yes, you can applaud. That's a big deal. I've worked with students with disabilities, helping them use AI to write, compose music, create art. We didn't get it to scale up like I wanted, but if you ever want me to come back and train staff how to continue this effort, I'd love to. I want to thank the folks in our IT department, especially Susan. One of my favorite memories was I had a blind student named Elwin come in because I wanted the IT folks to see that the things they do have a direct impact, including our students with significant disabilities like blindness. He showed them how he used his iPad and refreshable Braille display. And when someone asked, "What does that blue button on your Braille display do?" Without missing a beat, Elwin said, "Blue? What do you mean blue? I'm blind." Elwin graduated this year with a full diploma and exactly the same sense of humor. I thank all the team that supported him throughout his schooling, including the folks at IT that created this wonderful infrastructure we have. So Terry, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. From the very beginning, Terry and I have pushed for safer, more accessible schools for students with physical disabilities. We worked with operations, and with help from Darren and his predecessors, we have 5 overhead lift systems installed in our schools. These systems allow staff to transfer students from wheelchairs to toilet or changing tables in a comfortable and safe manner. We helped design bathrooms for the new construction, so accessibility wasn't an afterthought, it was built into the bathroom. We were able to get emergency evacuation equipment installed in all of our buildings that need it. So now, in the event of an actual fire, instead of our students who use wheelchairs having to wait on the upper level of building for rescue, we have a way to get them out. And we actually had one student that they evacuated when a building filled with smoke. So we know the system works. Yes. And thanks to Terry, every student with mobility needs has a personal emergency evacuation plan. So none of these changes happened overnight. They took persistence, teamwork, and a belief by everyone in this room that all students deserve equal access to their education. So Terry, thank you for everything you've done. And my thanks to everyone for giving me the opportunities that I've had here. I'm really lucky to have had this career. My only regret is I'm not staying on in some capacity, but if you ever want me to help with using AI as an assistive tech with our students with disabilities, just you know where to reach me. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Bruce.
Oops, sorry.
Anyone else have any words they want to share? Going once. Are you sure? Okay. Going twice. Well, want to say thank you again for your service. We're going to hang out here for a little while, so you guys can hang out until basically 6 o'clock. So there's some more refreshments here if you'd like some. There's some strawberry shortcake left. And just thank you, and then good luck in your next chapter.